Have you ever looked at your life and realized you weren't actually living it? You were just on an autopilot. Like you're awake, your eyes are open, but you stuck in a trance. For years, that was me. I didn't even know what I was missing until I finally slowed down. And if you trapped in that same routine right now, you might not notice what's slipping away from you either. For a long time, my world was defined by overnight shifts. I was working at UPS and feeders. If you know if you know that life, you know it's completely it consumes you. I get off at the clock around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, just as the rest of the world was stretching, pouring their first cup of coffee and getting ready to start their day. My routine was a loop: work, drive home in a daze, sleep, wake up in the dark, do it again. Because those hours I couldn't notice the sunrise. I couldn't appreciate the sunset. It was just me and the highway, night after night. And when you live like that, weekends don't even feel real. Saturdays roll around and everyone else is planning barbecues and running errands. To me, Saturday didn't even feel normal. I was either completely exhausted or I was sleeping through sunlight, just trying to recover enough energy to survive the next week. I worked myself so hard, I got cancer. And looking back, I truly ran myself down to the absolute limit for my family. You tell yourself you're doing what you have to do to provide, and you keep pushing through the exhaustion until your body literally forces you to stop. And it wasn't until I finally stepped out of that loop, stopped pushing so hard, and slowed down that I realized just how much noise of the grind that had me completely deaf and blind to the world around me. There was simple things I completely missed. The seven things I didn't notice. Number one, the birds chirping in the morning, like you hear right now. When I was getting off at 5 a.m., my only goal was to get inside, pull the blackout curtains shut, and block out the world. I used to walk from my truck to the front door with my head down. Now, when I sit outside in the early morning, I actually hear the birds chirping. It's the sound of the world that's alive, a sound I chose to mute for way too long. And number two is a rooster starting the day. Lately, I've been hearing the sound of a rooster off in the distance, starting the day. Back when I was in feeders, a sound like that would have just been an annoyance, a reminder that I was running out of time to get to sleep before the sun got too hot. Now it's different. Number three, squirrels chasing each other through the trees. When you're constantly exhausted, your peripheral vision goes out the window. The other day, I caught myself sitting on the porch watching a couple of squirrels chasing each other up and down the tree trunk, just playing. I sat there for 5 minutes straight watching them. And it hit me. I hadn't looked at nature like that since I was a kid. Number four, the actual colors of the flowers. I used to walk past landscaping, gardens, and flowers every single day. And if you asked me what color they was, I couldn't have told you. And when you slow your mind down, you start to notice the actual details, the deep reds, the bright yellows. I was walking past the colors in my own life because everything felt gray and mechanical. And number five, how the green trees really are. It's amazing how much nature changes you when you're rushing through it, when you take a second to look up to a canopy of trees, you realize the deep, rich green it really is. On the overnight shift, everything was washed out by yellow highway lines, definitions, you know, of the lines in the ground. My eyes just got mesmerized at night driving over and over again. Seeing the world in high definition again makes you realize that the nature is constantly putting on a show, man, but you have to actually be present to buy a ticket. Number six, man, is how quiet the world feels early in the morning. Like now, there's a massive difference between rushing through the morning and experiencing it. When I got off work, the morning felt like it was loud to me, even if it was quiet, because my brain was firing on all cylinders from the long shift. But now when I wake up early in the morning on my own terms, I can appreciate how peaceful the world is, because before all that chaos starts, it's a sacred kind of quiet. Like now, I just hear the wind. And number seven, how food actually tastes when you're not rushing. When I was trapped in that grind, eating wasn't an experience, it was just fuel. It was wolfing down something quick in the break room, grabbing fast food on the drive home, or eating something heavy right before bed just to knock myself out. But when you finally slow down and sit down at the table and eat a meal without looking at the clock, the flavors change, man. You taste the seasoning, you feel the texture. Rushing through your meals is just a symptom of rushing through your life. Looking back on those years at UPS, I don't regret wanting to provide for people I love, but I have to be honest with myself. I wasn't living, I was on autopilot. I was in a complete trance, moving from one box to the next, one shift to the next, one weekend of pure exhaustion to the next Monday night on the highway. I didn't even know I was missing anything because my mind was entirely focused on survival. When you're in the thick of it, you justify it. You tell yourself, I'll enjoy life later. But later keeps moving further and further away until your health forces the issue. You become a ghost in your own story, walking through a beautiful, vibrant world with earmuffs on and blindfolds on. So I want to ask you the same question I had to ask myself. Are you actually present right now, or are you just repeating the loop? If you're working the crazy hours, doing the overnights, or just letting the routine swallow you whole, promise me one thing. Tomorrow morning, when you step outside, just stop for 60 seconds. Don't look at the phone. Don't think about your commute. Just stand there, listen to the birds, look at the trees, breathe, breathe in the quiet. Don't wait until you completely run down to realize the world has been spinning beautifully without you noticing. Slow down, pay attention. Don't let your life happen to you while you're too busy trying to survive it. Thanks for listening. Drop a comment below and tell me what part of your day you're going to start paying attention to again. Like I always say, don't chase peace, live it. Stay strong, and I'll catch you on the next one.